I own Teamworx Productions. It's a team building company where we basically focus on helping people build their business from the inside out. So primarily the way I generate this business is that I learn things from experience in it, not from people talking to me directly and setting up and teaching me stuff. And so I said, hey, let me start a business doing this. And so I actually get people very involved. I like to say I get people out of their seats and teach them how to get involved in any kind of project, and then by teaching them how to get involved, they can go ahead and teach other people how to build their business by the same concept. I'd say the best way you become a leader is probably by experiencing it from the other end first, which is being a follower, learning exactly how people run their businesses and become successful and study them. I love to study other people, sit back and watch them for a while, and then all of a sudden I start taking a little bit of their information and all the people that I'm around, and I study them and take bits and pieces from different people, and before you know it, I have my own concept that looks like I'm a genius, but actually I just brought a little bit of this person's and a little bit of that person's and molded it together as one person. But really it all boils down to is just really just building a concept where you're going to help people get to where they want to be, and make it very easy for them step by step and guide them to build their business. The thing about team building is that most of us kind of want to work our business and grow our business, and we expect people to work for us because we're paying them. I've been in corporate America, and I learned a long time ago that that mentality does not work, and I sat back and I wondered why. Because you have the manuals, you have the trainings, but once the people are hired, they are not going anywhere. They don't believe in the culture. And so I kind of, after I got involved in networking and I started meeting a lot of business owners, particularly small business owners, I found out, okay, let's build a team where everybody's getting something out of this, and everybody's seeing some form of success. And back to the kind of the leadership thing again, same thing. If I can get you involved with this, if you're part of my business and I can get you involved and feel like you own almost part of that business, now we're on a team and we're playing for the same team. And we're all going to the same goal. And that's kind of basically how I built this business, which is more of it started out, you've heard of drumming circles? And a lady actually sent me a videotape of a drumming circle. I had never heard of one before. And it was very moving to me when she sent me that video. I felt like God just laid that in my lap and said, this is what you need to be doing now. And so I incorporated that concept into my business. So by getting people involved with the musical instruments, then they can actually start learning how to participate and feel like they belong, even though they may not be the number one person in the business. They still have a very important role in that business. When we say play the musical instruments, I may hand someone a triangle. You know, a triangle is not a very important part of the system if you take it out by itself. But at the end of the music, that one little ding finishes that song out. And so by the way we look at that is, hey, look at the important role you had. You had a very small role here, but imagine what it would have been like without you. Something would have been missing. And if we can take that same concept in our businesses, then we realize, wow, every little person, whether you are the line employee or you're the CEO, every person does have a very contributing role in making this business successful. First of all, it has them on two different levels. Number one, we help them on a chapter level, and then we help them on their individual level. And that's kind of how I really started building this business, because I've been a director for 4 years now, and I do a lot of presentations, and my presentations are always very interactive. But what I found was I used to see directors go and stand up and give speeches, and people would glaze over, and you could watch them basically say, yeah, you're preaching to me. And now it's like, okay, I want to give you this, I want to get you involved in this, and once I get you involved, now all of a sudden you feel like you were part of that. And so we can take a chapter and get them involved, And before you know it, they are actually wanting to build their chapter or build their referrals simply because they're doing it as a team versus as doing it as individuals, because that's what we told them they should be doing. Okay, so we take the training with them and we let them know, so here's the way you do this. You're the leaders. You're the drum major of this band now, and you're going to lead this band. And if you can make them feel like they are a part of your chapter and your goals that you're proposing for this group of people, they're going to say, yeah, we're going to be part of it. If you're coming in as a leadership team, though, and you three leaders are making the decision and saying this is what you're going to do, I can bet your results are not going to be very productive. I think the best way to recognize the right person on your team is how well they want to participate in your program. Now, if you're talking about your business, okay, you have employees, and then you have people who come in and they start wanting to be involved. If you can find those kind of people right off the bat, and you may have to go through a lot of people to find those, but if you can find those people and then start letting them understand the guts of your business, and understand not only that we need to make a profit, but here's why we want to make a profit, here's what we're going to do with the profit, then before you know it, they're doing it not because of you, but they're doing it because of their own successes. So that's about the easiest way that and there are people that do it very naturally. Some people can very naturally pick leaders, and then there are other people who have to kind of be coached through that. But it's one of those kind of things where once you get the knack of that, you're going to be a very successful business owner no matter what you do. I would probably be one of those people you're talking about. When I first started in B&I, the joke is you had to pull me out front of the table when it got time to do my 60-second presentation. I mean, I did not want to talk. And now people look at me and they're like, you're kidding me. No, it's true. And still, I don't mingle well in crowds of people I don't know, but I think the greatest thing I probably got out of B&I was learning how to stand up and speak in front of a group of people, which it kind of molded my whole business, really.
And it's one of the things we don't actually promote.
No, but it's probably, in my opinion at least, it's the best because, you hear that's one of the greatest fears is speaking in public. If you can get over one of the top fears in the world, that's a pretty major accomplishment for an organization, isn't it? And I always try to tell people, if you can stand up and speak about your business, guess what you just become? An expert. So really it is. It's all about being able to speak in front of a group of people with confidence and just connecting with them. And really it's more about connecting with them than it is even the message. Because once you connect with them, they'll follow you in your message. But it's really fun as a B&I director to sit back and see the people who are where I was, and now today, that they've transitioned into, they actually can speak in public. Well, the first thing I want to, what I would say, I'm going to ask, why are we leaving? Because even though they may leave still, that's okay. It's one of those kind of things where you're going to learn, what maybe can I do as a leader differently later on, because if there's a pattern there. But the biggest thing is that I think I want to let people know is you can come back. The door's not shut. Maybe this is not the right fit for you today, whether it's a business or B&I or whatever you're involved in. But you know what? In 2 years or 3 years, it may be the right time again. So understand that you can come back, that you are a part of this team, and maybe you'll always be a part of this team. It's just that right now is not a good time for you, and you're not in the right place for this. So.